Henry Burris TV is brought to you by Hockey Central Sports Memorabilia, Sylvan Lake, and Supreme Menswear, simply the best. Well, what have you been doing?
Well,
What's new? What's new?
Morning. I've been mourning.
Yeah.
I've been mourning. You know.
Well, let's just get right down to it. You've been sitting here. I've got to admire the way you've handled everything. You've acted like a real true pro. You got thrown back into the fray against Edmonton. Now it's all over. You've had a couple of days to sit down, think about it. What's going through your mind as a professional athlete right now with what's happened so far this year?
I mean, of course, first and foremost, I wanted to win that game. I mean, it's still boiling that we're not playing this week. You know, I was looking forward to playing inside a BC place for big stakes. I mean, the last time I was in that situation in 04 with the Riders, great things happened. Unfortunately, we came up short there, but hopefully to play in a Grey Cup inside, and to me, one of my favorite cities in Vancouver, that would have been a dream come true. But unfortunately, it didn't happen, and of course, I'm still in sorrow over that. But also now, what's to come? That's kind of some of the things that are on my mind. But I'm enjoying time with the family. I mean, to me, I'm not going to let what's going to happen ruin that part, because that's something I've been looking forward to. And now that I have it, I'm not going to waste a minute of it. But I am interested to see what's going to happen from here on.
Well, let's paint the picture, because the Stampeders.
GTP, baby.
Yeah. Oh, man. I know what that means. You know, basically, if the Stampeders have your rights for another year, they can bring you back as a backup quarterback and pay you the money you're making right now. They could cut you loose, just let you go, or they could trade you, which makes the most sense, because that way they get something back. They'd be foolish just to cut Henry Burris loose and let him go.
Of course, if no agreement's made between myself and the Stamps as far as on where we're going from here, and we don't see eye to eye, definitely I see a trade in the picture. They're going to try to get as much out of myself as they can, because, I mean, number one, you know, we understand the situation with my salary and the fact that they have Drew, and, you know, what the future is with him compared to, you know, how they see me as far as fitting in the picture. But definitely a trade would be, you know, something that's definitely on the horizon. Whether it's just a straight-up trade or a sign-and trade, because I know at some point I'll have to renegotiate my contract, and that's something that, you know, once we get to that avenue, we'll definitely sit down and deal with it at the time. But my thing is, I have to play, and I've made it clear towards everybody that why would I put myself in that position right now when I'm still at the top of my game, to where I want to take a backseat to somebody. I mean, that's ludicrous right now, and so that's why I want to make sure I'm in a position where I can help a team be successful, whether it's here in Calgary getting back to where we want to be, or whether it's helping somebody else finish off the job that they started and help them get to where they want to be, you know, in the season next year.
Not much of a chance though here, is there?
I mean, right now it's not looking good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not looking good, and you know, is it my decision? No, the ball's in their court, and so they have to make that decision as far as who's going to be their future, because it's either going to be Tate or Henry. And I've made that point, because there can't be in between right now, because right now, you know, I'm not wanting to be in a Hamilton situation where it's either Kevin or it's Porter. I mean, it's got to be one or the other in this situation, because I feel I've earned that respect to where, you know, I can go out and lead a team for 18 games into the playoffs and win a championship, but at least be given that right and opportunity to do just that.
Well, let's clarify a couple of things. A, you love the city of Calgary, and B, you and Drew Tate have a very good relationship.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was never Drew's decision. I mean, that has nothing to do with Drew. You know, this is a chance of a lifetime for him. I mean, just as when Dave Dickinson went down in '99, I had a chance to step in and play a number of games and help lead the Stamps to victories. Trust me, I never looked back. Of course, I felt bad for Dave and the situation that happened to him with his shoulder injury, but this was a chance I would never get back if I blew it. And the same thing with Drew. And that's why you always saw me talking to Drew, just giving him advice. You know, whenever things didn't happen so well, I was encouraging him on the sideline, even in the playoff game in Edmonton. I wanted him to do well, because right now this was his chance to make things happen, and we have a great friendship and something that goes beyond football. So trust me, friendships are much bigger than the game of football. But again, we're working together, because trust me, if you could get the money that you get from the Grey Cup, that ring you get from the Grey Cup, I don't care how you get it, it all feels good.
Sure.
It all feels the same in the end.
Nicole gets new shoes no matter what.
Exactly.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm glad you made that point about Calgary, because one thing I've said to people so far is, regardless of what happens, Calgary will be home for us. We will live here regardless of if I head out east or wherever I'm playing. If it's Yellowknife, they put a team up there and I'm playing there, we will still live in Calgary at the end of each season. So Calgary is my favorite place to be in. It's home for us. My children live here. My wife lives here. We love it, and we'll always be here.
And Nicole's asked me to stop by from time to time when you're on the road to make sure they're okay.
Yeah, we need somebody to cut the grass.
I'll be cutting your grass, I guarantee you that. One thing, I wanted to ask you one question, getting back to a serious note here. This is a tough show to follow, isn't it? I don't know if I want to answer that one. Let's just end the show on that one, because that was a good one.